Morning.
Welcome back to the
Welcome
Finca.
back to the Finca. I've got a fly on my nose.
Oh dear, still fly. It's nearly the end of November.
I know, and they're still around. Yeah, we've been asked in the comments, some people that have joined us recently wanted to know which bits of the house we'd already completed. So we thought today we'd take the opportunity to do a tour, but not just a tour, to incorporate into it how it's working out for us in terms of what we had in our heads originally, and you know how it's working, because I think you do need to live in a place for a bit to get a feel for what works and what doesn't work. Which is
what we did, and did we make the right decisions?
Absolutely.
We've got quite an extreme climate here. Those of you who watch regular know we can see 42, 43 degrees Celsius in the summer, which is rather warm. And in winter we can get frost. We've had it down to -4, -4.8, I think.
Freezing.
So we wanted the house to work from a passive point of view as much as possible with regard to heating and cooling. Yeah. So we tried to work out different areas for different seasons. But having said that, it can be -4 in the morning, and Celsius this is, and then by lunchtime it can be like 21, 22 degrees. Yeah. So with massive extreme shifts in temperature, not only during the day, but throughout the seasons as well. So, how did it work out so far?
So, seeing as we're outside, we might as well start here in the courtyard. As you can see, it's a bit early morning here, about 11 o'clock, and in the winter time it's a lovely area for us to sit and have our morning coffee or tea. Come the afternoon, then it will be in full sun, which in the summer is a bit too hot for us, but we usually put a shade sail up here so that it makes it more bearable. But we've spent every single evening out here in the summer. We've got our projector screen that we pull down there, and we can watch a television, YouTube, all our favourite programmes, listen to music, we can eat out here. It's an absolute fantastic area. When it is too hot and we're cooking on our barbecue, we've got our barbecue support area, so we can sit under the shade there, and that's a bit cooler. We've got our pizza oven out here, of course. We've had loads of pizzas this year, and it's just a lovely area. And we've got our little bar, of course, that Andy converted. It used to be the old chicken shed, we think. We've got our fridge out here and our nice cold beer, so it's working really well. We're really pleased with this area. So this is looking at it from the other direction. That's the pizza oven I mentioned, our smoker queue, and our lovely bench that Andy made, where we can sit, as I say, when it is too hot at the table, we can sit here and eat. So from the courtyard, let's go and have a look at the kitchen. Down a few steps here. We've got our lovely orange tree. You've seen that before. Lots of oranges, they're ripening nicely. Come on, Till. So here we are in the kitchen. This is what it used to look like, you may remember. This room has just been a dream. It works absolutely perfectly for us. We were undecided with several things at first, but the way we've got it now, it's great. I love the cooker. We've got our old bread oven at the back there. We've kept it as a feature. We don't use it because I think we said before it uses so much wood just to get up to temperature. It's not worth it for two of us. Our lovely little table for two. Having said that, in the winter when it's rainy or it is a bit chilly to sit outside at night, we've had 4 people around the table, no problem at all. My lovely work surface works great. Wonderful marble worktop. Thank you again, Chris and Lillian. You can use it for rolling out pastry and the marzipan, if you saw the video the other day. It just works great and it's so easy to keep clean. And of course behind us, Tilly's little bedroom, Tilly's cave. She loves it in there, and it's warm in the winter, it's cool in the summer for her, absolutely ideal. As is this room for us, to be honest. This wall here is all underground, so when it's 40 degrees outside, it's still lovely and cool in here. It actually feels when you walk in like you're walking into an air-conditioned room, and there's no aircon in here at all. Likewise, when it's freezing cold outside, last winter we didn't have the Snug ready, so we used to sit in here, light the fire in the Snug and just sit in here, and it was just lovely and warm. So it's worked really well, this room, so pleased with it. So off the kitchen we've got 3 areas. To the left there is the corral, our utility room. Straight ahead of you is the Snug, and then our little bar area.
Snug, we are super happy with this. It's like a 2-person snug cinema relaxing room. Come in. We've just got in here 2 armchairs, 2 lovely comfortable armchairs. It's just for us, this room. And we have guests to say we can sit in the kitchen. Or we have other areas of the house that we're working on and will be working on in the future for that. But for just us two, which it normally is, and the dog lies here in front of the fire. Again, this room stays nice and cool in the summer, but in the winter it's a small space and it warms up, gets too hot in a very little time at all. So much so that it even actually, the heat from this warms the kitchen and the corral, sort of the rest of this part of the house as well, for next to nothing. So another result. Up there we've got our little loft area, another loft area. We've got a few loft areas in here. A little ladder, great for putting stuff that's not used on a regular basis. So yeah, TV, comfort, relaxing room, cool in summer, again warm in winter. Super happy. We ummed and ahed whether to make this the office or a snug. We said a snug originally, then we said an office, and then we said a snug, and then we said an office, and in the end we made the right decision to make it a snug.
So second area of the kitchen is the old corral, our utility room. This is just fantastic. I've taken my jacket off, you may have noticed. We've got natural light coming into this room first thing in the morning. It is the warmest room in the house. It's just really lovely to get up in the morning and come in here and the sun's shining and it's all nice and bright. Do all my washing up here at the sink so I don't have any mess in the kitchen. Obviously got our utilities, the fridge, freezer and the washing machine in here. Alfie in his box, if you can see him, he loves it in there. The old troughs that we kept, we decided to keep, and it just provides loads of storage. That's fantastic. And in this corner we've got our downstairs loo, which is fantastic. If we get guests, they don't have to go upstairs and use our bathroom because we've only got the one upstairs at the moment in the apartment. They can use this loo. It works brilliantly. Oh, and Tilly's in. She's eating the cat food now. What are you doing? So yeah, so this is the double doors I'm talking about, if you couldn't see them properly before. Works both ways because in the winter, as I say, first thing in the morning we open the shutter and we've got all the sunlight, warms up this room so quickly. But in the summer when it is very hot, we just close the shutter, leave the shutter closed, and it keeps it nice and cool in here. And very conveniently placed just off the kitchen is our little bar area. We've got the bar outside with fridges in and beer and that for the summer, but this is where we keep all our wine. We've got a lovely wine fridge in the corner. Andy, this was a doorway. This was a doorway, and Andy very cleverly stoned it up, put some nice shelves in, and we can display all our bottles on there. There's no need having a doorway into the Snug, because why do we need 2 doors? So works really well, this area. Absolutely love it. Behind me is the door which leads to the rest of the house, which we haven't yet completed, but we can show you the office.
So through the little door we enter the main part of the house. This is the main part of the house. We haven't done anything to it yet, but our little office is just over there. So going from the dark, there aren't even any windows in this part of the house yet. We didn't have one window in the house when we first bought it. Into our office. Again, we experimented with insulating the ceiling in here. It just does have beams behind it, but we figured, you know, we've got enough exposed beams in this place, so we overboarded that and insulated it. Built our mezzanine, of course, but temperature in here, it's again 19.5 degrees. There's no heating on, just the sun coming through the window. In the mornings or until sort of early afternoon, and again in the summer the sun's that high, the window's that deep set into the wall, it stays shady as well, plus we're going to have shutters on the outside. But yeah, lovely comfortable area. Sharon can even sit with me while I'm editing videos, or vice versa, and that. It's all working out fantastic. Again, temperature, we've not done a summer with it in here, but we're guessing, because it stays so warm now in the winter, that it'll be also be cooler in the summer. That's a little mezzanine up there. It's a little sleeping loft for guests at the minute, so we've got no other rooms done at the moment, but we can actually accommodate guests if anyone wants to come and stay up there.
So we're back in the kitchen. We're going to go outside now into the lower courtyard, and we're going to go up to the old hayloft, which at the moment is where we're living, sleeping, in our bathroom, and it's served us so well since we've been here now, 2021, so 4 years. It's absolutely brilliant up there, and of course eventually it will be our superb guest accommodation, our luxury guest accommodation. So let's go and have a look. Up the old Catalan vaulted staircase, which needs a lot of work doing to it, and so just to confuse you now, I've come upstairs and I'm now at ground level on the back of the house. I'll show you. Okay, so we go into the main living room, and we've got our lovely kitchenette. Nice dining table, log burner, very important. Before we got the Snug completed downstairs, we had to spend our winters up here, and we were lovely and warm. And this is what I was talking about. We've come up the stairs. We're actually out there at ground level. So it takes a bit getting your head around. But look at that view, absolutely stunning. So our guests are going to be very spoilt. So up a little step, we're in a hallway, if you like. We've got a separate entrance door, so if we do have guests eventually, you never know, Airbnb paying guests, they don't have to come through the house and through the courtyard to get into the apartment. Through the first door, we've got the bathroom. It's lovely and warm in there. We've got a little panel heater on the wall that we put on during the day because the solar energy is free and keeps that nice and warm. And The next door, finally, is the bedroom area. We've got aircon in here, which again, during the day, in the winter, we keep it on just on a low 19 degrees because this apartment is all of the walls are external walls, so if anything, this is the coldest bit of the house. Again, out that window, absolutely stunning views. We're very lucky. And yet again, another mezzanine, which is absolutely fantastic storage area. We did debate whether to put a single bed up there, but I think it's not quite suitable. You wouldn't be able to stand up there, so it'd be difficult as well to put a ladder anywhere because of the door here. So we're just using it for storage, and very satisfied we are with it too.
So that's pretty much it at the moment. So we've got a separate apartment up here. We're going to be putting a bedroom with ensuite bathroom downstairs. We've got a grand entrance hall we're going to make as well to welcome guests, and the main living room is going to be something special as well. That's all coming up in the future. We're also taking very much consideration into working with the climate and the times of the year, so the areas work well with the minimum of power use to keep them warm or to keep them cool. It's all from living with it. We've kind of discovered how these things work. So far we're absolutely made up, and we're very fortunate that the main part of the house downstairs, the kitchen area, is sort of semi-underground. That was purely by chance, but again, we would definitely look for something that's got that because of the passive heating and cooling effect is amazing. So yeah, I'm sure there's questions. As always, well, thank you so much for watching. Any questions, pop them in the comments. We'll do our best to answer them. We hope we've kind of put it into perspective for you. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.